Good morning, students of 9th standard. We are again back with the lesson in geography. And today we are going to learn a lesson which is very much important for all of us. Now, I want to know, students, if you want to travel from one place to another, what do you make use of? Okay, car, okay, bike, very good. Okay, bus, very good. Yes, okay. Okay, if you want, this is okay. This is very good. Bus and even train. Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Very nice. That is in the local areas. Okay. But suppose if you want to travel from one country to another country, which is far away, if you want to travel from India to catch well-known America, if you say, can you go by train from here? No. Then what do you have to travel by? Yes, aeroplane. Very good. Yes. Then okay, there is also uh, some places ships are there where you can travel by boat. Yes, very nice. Now you tell me what are these known as? Transportation. Yes, transportation. Now in transportation, you know that there are transportation which is done for the sake of passengers as well as for the sake of goods. Okay. Yes, very nice. Okay, this is regarding transportation. Now, second thing which I want to tell you is, suppose if I want to move from one place to another, and if I want to tell my brother over there that I am coming to your place, then how I am going to tell? Okay, through mobile phone. Yes, yes, very good. Mobile phone. Earlier, before this mobile phone and all inventions was there, what was there? Yes, yes, letters. Letters, correct. Absolutely right. Letters were there. But now it has grown. You have telephone, mobile phones. Now we have smartphones. There were fax was there earlier. Okay. We had phone calls, fax, then even pagers and all. And then again now we have smartphones. You can do video conferencing. First it was ISD and STD. Now video conferencing you can do, video call you can do anywhere from any place. Yes, very much right. Now, this is all known as what? Communication. Very right. You're absolutely right. So, today, in today's lesson, today's lesson is dealing with transport and communication. How this transport and communication has touched our lives. Okay. So, let us go with transport and communication. Okay. As you can see, complete the following table. Transport route, means of transport used for roadways. Okay, you have roadways, means of transport is rickshaw, used for passengers. Roadways, again you have truck, for what it is used. Metro is what? Transport route. Roadways, waterways, airways, railways, what is that? Pipelines, waterways. Metro used for what? Again you have waterways, what comes means of transport, what is used for. Again helicopter, what is transport route is, what is used for. Airways, again find out. Submarine. Waterways, what will come for freight. Mules is what. Railways is what. Pipelines is what. Okay, complete that diagram. Okay, we have given some specific reasons which means of transport and route will you take. You have to reach Bhopal from Nagpur due to some emergency. Okay, you have to reach Kanyakumari carrying the message of cleanliness. There is no time limit for it. Send the Alfonso mangoes from Konkan to Arab countries. Indrayani variety of rice has to be exported from Pune to Cape Town of South Africa at low cost. Large scale production of vegetables in Nandurbar has taken place but is not fetching a good price. The Nagpur Surat National Highway and the Surat Bhusawal railway line passes through the district. You have to go to Singapore from your village town. You have 10 days to do the same. Okay, this is what is the question. Just find out and let me know. Geographical explanation. You must have realized that while traveling or transporting goods, we have to consider many things. If there are many ways and means of transport available, then we can take about those alternatives. There are roadways, railways, waterways, airways, and pipelines by which transportation can be done. Following factors should be kept in mind while selecting the routes and the means of transport. Factors to be considered for transportation is physiography, routes and means, market, climate, products, time, cost, duration, and distance. If we consider the above mentioned factors, then our time and money is saved during the journey or transport. Traveling becomes comfortable. Transport is done without any damage to the goods. The selling price to be paid by the customer is not decided by the cost of production only. It is decided by the transport cost and the production cost. The transport of freight should be done rapidly and safely. The price of the good can be kept low if the transportation is affordable. Transportation is a basic infrastructure. Development of transportation infrastructure is an indicator of the development of the country, of that region. The reforms in transport sector enhances the dynamicity of freight and passengers in a region. Also, industries and markets develop. Economic growth gets a boost. Per capita income (PCI) and gross domestic product (GDP) increases too. While reading a map, we can easily see the patterns of transport routes. We can see the distribution of transport routes in the form of dense network at some places and sparse networks at other. In some places there are no transport routes at all. For what reason does a region become devoid of any transport route? Why does a dense network develop in some regions? These questions can arise in our minds. To answer these, we need to see the physical map of the region too, along with the transport map. When we read both the maps simultaneously, we get the answers to those questions. Read the maps given in figure 11.1 and figure 11.2 and answer the following questions in your notebook. In which region do you find a dense network of transport routes in the map? How is the physiography of the region with dense network? Which region has a sparse network of transport routes? How is the physiography of this region? Look for the region lacking transport routes. What kind of obstruction can you find there? Geographical explanation. When you study the maps of physical structure, main roads and railways of the Satara district, you will understand the following issues. The western part of the Satara district is occupied by the Sahyadris and its offshoots, and its elevation is higher. Its topography is undulating. In this region lies the extensive Shivsagar reservoir of the Koyna Dam. The central and the eastern parts of the district are comparatively of lower and medium elevations. Considering the physiography of the Satara district, the transport network is, you can see over here. Okay, is sparse in the west, whereas its density on the eastern side is medium. Comparatively, the central part of the district has a dense transport network. You may have noticed that a national highway and a railway route pass through this part of the district. There are many road networks connecting the highway. You will realize that the physiography, that is hills, valleys, rivers, etc. of a region affects its transport routes. There is a correlation between transport routes and the physiography of a region. By studying the physiography of a region, we understand its accessibility and remoteness. Transport facilities can develop well in plains, while areas with higher relief have limits on the development of transport routes. Importance of transportation: extending trade and network, rapid industrialization, availability of employment opportunities, regional connectivity, utility of the site, overcoming scarcity deficit, decreasing regional imbalance, and tourism development. The next session we will see about communication.